Hi. Um, I started feeling anxious again. I thought, oh no. And with that anxiety, there's that feeling of suffocation, like oxygen isn't sticking to the blood, which starts causing the terror where it gets worse. And I think I now know the cause of anxiety. Now, don't take me 100%, but if you have anxiety, hear me out here, just in case I'm right. I could be wrong, but because I'm new to this, but I think what causes anxiety and the feeling of dying and suffocation is because you are dying and suffocating. And the reason why you are dying and suffocating is because you're not breathing. You think you're breathing, but you're not. And you think, oh my gosh. And then you start hyperventilating to try to balance it out, see if you can get it. But in the process of doing that, then you get the other thing, like you get too much oxygen in your system, so it's like you're starting to lose balance of which way to go, and all it does is create more anxiety. And then you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm going out of my mind. I think it's due to your brain forgetting how to breathe. You think you're breathing, but you're not. So, if you're watching this video and you find yourself with anxiety and think, oh my gosh, I better take a med or something like that to calm you down, stop and think, wait a minute, am I breathing? Look down at your stomach and see if it's going in and out. And if it isn't, try to make it go in and out. Try to concentrate on it. I think the things that we take as automatic can go crazy on us. When I was about 30, a long time ago, I was forgetting how to swallow. More and more, if I swallowed something, instead of swallowing, my esophagus would start to knotting up and start pulling itself apart. And the more I swallowed, the more pain it was, and I started feeling like I was having a heart attack. And then I think, oh my gosh, I must have swallowed it wrong. And then I would be holding my breath and not knowing it, and then not knowing I was holding my breath, thinking I was choking. And then on top of having that feeling of being pulled apart and the feeling of suffocating, I thought, oh my god, it was like inner claustrophobia, which caused a vicious cycle, and I felt like I was going to die. First time it happened, my brother was sitting in front of me. He thought I was choking, and he grabbed me, and he was doing the Heimlich maneuver on me. Almost killed me because I wasn't choking, but the bread I was choking on it backed up, and then it went into my lungs. So what he was doing was actually he ended up breaking my ribs. And he's a big guy. But what I did is I was taking care of a little black kid in a wheelchair. His name was Caesar, and poor kid, he couldn't walk, and yeah, it was bad cerebral palsy. But I noticed that when he was eating, I was feeding him, and his tongue was coming out like this. And I thought, that's weird. But anyway, I thought, wait a minute. If I start choking again, I'm gonna stick my tongue out while I'm trying to swallow. And I tell you what, I could feel certain things to loosen up. That little kid saved my life. What I did is you could say he saved my life. He by my observing of him, I got to rewire my brain, and to the point where when I would go through those trucking things, it started relaxing the esophagus. I was able to swallow, and that way I wouldn't end up like my brother-in-law, who he was in his 30s when it started happening to him. He was about 35. They had to cut him open and cut something. Now he swallows fine, but I didn't want that to happen to me. I thought, so I've got to somehow retrain my brain somehow And then I was working with that little black kid, Caesar, and he taught me how to do it. So, and so now I'm thinking the next time I have a panic attack or anxiety attack, I'll think, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Am I breathing? And I bet you I won't be breathing. So I'll have to see and concentrate on rewiring the brain in such a way where I can start breathing again. And I don't think I'll have an anxiety attack ever again. So if the same thing happens to you, just think, wait a minute, do I need to take a minute, or do I need to be aware of the fact that I'm not breathing when I think I am? And that just might make all the difference in the world. Bye.